Good evening, guys. So, today we're going to talk about one special case that has been here for 13 years now, um, and still haven't found any updates, any things are supposed to be happening with this. As far as I remember, when this happened, I was, I was just coming into college, I believe, and I heard about it, I saw in the news, and it was pretty shocking. And I was very sad for the family, and pretty much, yeah, it was, and I'm pretty shocked that they haven't solved the case. As for the updates, they haven't solved the case at all. So let's go ahead and roll the credits, and we'll just go ahead and push through this story. There's nothing I can say about it. I mean, it's pretty shocking that some people can do these things nowadays. So it's all started 2007. Um, on May 3 on 2007, Madeleine from Rotle, Leicestershire is on holiday with her family at the Ocean Club in Portugal. I don't know how many good reviews on this place, but must be good, okay reviews. Her parents go for dinner with a group of friends at the restaurant in the complex. Madeleine and her younger brother and sister and a twin stays in the apartment 100 yards away. So the parents go for dinner, and while the kids were inside the apartment. Okay, fine. Not really good parenting, but anyway, the adult had devised a rota system to check on their children during the evening. At least that's good. So they had some sort of system to check on their children. When it's turn of the Katie McCann, she disappeared. So she discovered her daughter Madeleine has gone. So Katie, so I'm guessing the father already went and checked up on her, and everything was fine. And when it's Katie turn, the daughter has disappeared. So at this moment, prime suspect will be father, I guess. Police are called, and staff and guests complex search for her until daybreak. Border police and airport staff are put to alert. Hundreds of volunteers join effect of Madeleine of following days. There's a map here with um, what's going on in the Ocean Club. It's a pretty big place. It's pretty hard to disappear, and where's on the point. On the May 12th, the McCann says that can't describe the agony or agony of despair they feel in. Argush. These words I never heard of, but they're new to me. Portuguese police says that they believe Madeleine was adopted but is still alive in Portugal. So Portugal police say that they may be still alive. On the 26th of May, police issued the description of a man seen in the night of the Madeleine disappearance, possibly carrying a child. Okay, that's a good news. So in this picture, police is just digging up the area, checking on any fields, see any suspects that went past and anything like that. So on June 2007, Portuguese police chief admit a virtual forensics clue may has been destroyed as a sense was not protected properly. In July, British police sent a sniff dogs to assist the investigation and inspect of the McCann apartment and rental car conducted. By August is 100 days since her disappearance. Investigating officers publicly acknowledged she may not be found alive. Okay, apology. Oh, that's a sad news. On 6 September, Portuguese police interview Katie as a witness, and that's the mother as a witness. On the 7th September, detective make the couple, and the days later, the McCanns returned to UK. Prosecutors later says that there's no new evidence to justify re-questioning them. So parents were rolled out of the prime suspect, I guess. Gary McCann released a video in the November saying that he believed his family was watched by a predator in the days before the daughter disappears. Wow, I want to see that video. We'll check that video another time. So 2008 comes. On January 20th, McCann released a sketchbook of a suspect based on the description by a British holidaymaker of a creepy man screen resort. Okay. In April, Portuguese police fly to UK to sit in the interview conducted by police of the McCann's friends that they had dinner with on the night. So pretty much they came over and everybody who went to dinner that day was questioned thoroughly. On May 3rd of 2008, 1 year since the disappearance of Miss McCann, argue people to pray like mad for the little girl. I remember this. Yeah, I remember this scene on the news. By July, Portugal police says that they have submitted the final report on the case. Weekly later, authorities shelve their investigation and lift the agudo status. I still don't know what that means. On 2009 and to 2010, so pretty much not much bigger detail on 2009 to 2010. We don't know which month exactly. I think this is 2009, November 3rd. New image of the Madeleine might be look like be released. So the picture is showing right now is the pretty much a new update of what she may look like. So easy to recognize by the birthmark on her eye. Pretty much she has a birthmark on her right eye. On 2010 March, the McCanns criticized the release of previous unseen Portugal police file detailing possible sighting of Madeleine to the British newspaper. A month later, in April, Gary McCann says incredibly frustrating that police of Portugal and the UK had not actively looking for his daughter for a very long time. In November, the couple signed a publish deal, write a book about a Madeleine disappearance. Wow, cool. On 2011, The McCann's book Madeleine was released on May. So it took almost 6 months to write this book. Prime Minister David Cameron said that Metropolitan Police to help the investigation. The 2-year review follows. 2012, another new updated photograph has been given. Not really greatly done because her eyes are very messed up, but nonetheless is probably a good idea, I guess, in a way. Andy Redwood, the detective leading the UK review on Madeleine disappearance, tells that April broadcast BBC Paranormal his team seeking to bring closure to this case. The computer-generated image of what Madeleine might look like at the age of 9 is released the day before the Portugal authorities says that they will not reopen their investigation. So Portugal just pretty much closed the investigation, pretty much it seems. So now it's up to UK to follow the investigation. On 2013, they have rolled out a photograph that suspect might look like B. In May, UK detective reviewed the case and says that they identify a number of persons of interest. By July, Scotland Yard announced it new evidence and new witness in the case open formal investigation. So Scotland and England has reopened the investigation. By October, Scotland Yard detective says that they have identified 41 potential suspects. A BBC Crime Watch appeal features e-fitted images of a man seen carrying a blonde-haired child in the 3 or 4 in Paradalus at about the time of Madeleine missing. Portugal police reopened their investigation to run alongside of Scotland Yard's city new line of inquiries. Wow. In 2014, January, British detectives fly to Portugal amid claim they are planning to make arrests. In June, search of Paradalus are carried out, including an area of scrubland situated southwest of Ocean Club complex. It yielded nothing of interest. So pretty much they have just have some police over and scrub the land over and see if any clues were found. The month later, in July, four suspects were questioned by the police. No new development much. 2015 to 2019, that's a 4-year gap, my friend. That's like really nothing going on there. In 2015 September, the British government disclosed the investigation has cost them almost 10 million. Wow. But still, life is worth more than 10 million, especially little girl like this. In April 17, the 4 official suspect investigated by police are ruled out. The investigation by senior officer says that they are pursuing significant line of inquiries. Sorry, my bad. I feel like that they're just pointing fingers at random people so they can just drag out the investigation, as what I'm seeing so far. Anyway, in 2019 June, the UK government says that it will found the Met Police inquiries begins in 2011 until March 2020. So there's another detailed map going on here with the Portugal link suspect when he was in this area and where it could be in this area, suspect for during living area. So they're still looking around. This is what, 13 years later? A year later, in June 2020, police revealed that a 43-year-old German prisoner named by German media as Christian B has been identified as a suspect. The McCann thanks the police, saying that all we have ever wanted to find uncover the truth and bring those responsible to justice. So they finally point a finger at one person. We will never give up hope. So the parents have said, we will never give up hope of finding the daughter alive, but whatever the outcome may be, we need to know, as we need to find peace. German investigators has classed it as a murder inquiry and says that they have assumed that Madeleine is dead. The UK Metropolitan Police says that has reviewed more than 270 calls and emails since the new appeal of information was launched on Wednesday. So since the day that Christian B became a prime suspect, almost 270 calls has came by. So that is the timeline until 2020, but there are some new updates were happening. So there are so many different articles regarding this. I know it's been such a long time, but it is a crucial, very long, still haven't found anything about it. So Christian B is the prime suspect at this moment, but however, at this time of this prime suspect happened, he was jailed for raping a 70-year-old old lady 2 years before this happened. That's what the people are saying, but there is controversy of if it's truth or not, that he was still in jail at this time, or was he on trial, that he has, the thing is, like, it's so not clear that he was in jail or not jailed, or was he on trial outside. So many things are not 100%. So let's go ahead and read this one. This is the article from the Sun. This was posted on December 2020 on 28th. So this is like what, 1 month almost, yeah, 1 month ago this was rolled out. The cop investigating the number of suspect is disappearance of the Madeleine McCann believed the case could finally be cracked on 2021. Under pressure, German detective probing the pedophile Christine B says that there will be no let up in the long run searching for the truth. So pretty much it's saying even if you follow the story and try to get anything out of this guy, there is no happy ending. There's always be a sad ending. But at least you get justice, right? Even if it's a sad ending or happy ending, whichever, there will be still a justice be served for whoever did it. Well, that's how I believe it anyway. The new comes the new hope comes after reveal the police finally quest the German suspect over the youngest disappearance of Portugal in 2007. It's also been reported that he was moved to a maximum security prison ahead of questioning, mainly because, see, people goes to prison and when they find out that they have done crazy things like this, they get bullied, they get beaten up because other people who are there do not like rapists and things like that. So especially when there's underage raping, they don't like it. Even if it's truth or not truth, they will still believe that whatever the media says, and then they will get bullied or battered to pieces, most likely killed along the way. So prevent this to happening, they moved him to a security, more pure security for him, so we can keep him alive until um you know the crime, or when he's be judged by the law. Until then, the officer says that they will continue working day and night to find the evidence that they need to solve this mystery. A source close the case told the Sun Online German officers has hoped that by now they would have found the missing pieces of the jigsaw, linking Christian B to the disappearance of the Madeleine. By they remain determined as ever, they absolutely no let up in the new year. The German police will not take their foot off this gas. So they keep, pushing him, until he's being, I'm pretty sure he's being questioned by now. And the parents has found out about that he's not being questioned the day he was suspected. He was just being only be questioned now. It's kind of true though. I mean, he was suspected in quite a while back, wasn't it? When he was suspected in June, and only now he's being questioned. Detail of their valve comes week after we reveal those working on the case now wanted to fly to Portugal. So says that the detective was follow up crucial new lead in Portugal, where the Brit younger vanished from the when age just of 3. They want to travel to resort aimed growing concern local cops who insist Christian B was ruled out as a suspect years ago may have overlooked key clues. Our source added the German and the Portuguese relations remain pretty bad. Officers in Germany knows that their suspicion to suspect is involved in this will only release their hard work and old-fashioned policing. Policing? I don't know what the hell that means. I think something is going on between the Portugal and Germany that they, feel like they question the wrong people, but they don't want to. There's something going on in this here. because the next article is says something else entirely. That's why they wanted to put a boot background on the ground in Portugal. And then they believe the suspect was involved and will work day and night to prove that they will be future. This case will be in the future. Pledge to grill Christian B came from Christian Walter, who is leading the inquiry in Germany, is prime suspect. He said that when the accused will be questioned depend on the further investigation, but he will be questioned. The convict rapist and the pedophile 43 was identified as the main suspect by the authority early this year, who tragically said that they had concrete evidence. Parent Katie and Gary of Rothelli said that baffled that Christian B, who is in prison, has not yet been quizzed. He is currently being held in top security jail near Hangover, where he is served 7 years for raping a 72-year-old woman in Portugal. So he's already in prison. On the next article is kind of annoying because it is 1 month before that other one I read. This one is saying Germany court Madeleine was suspected injured while in custody. They suspect that she was injured while in custody. This was article in 2020 November 18. So suspect is disappeared in British. So this one. So in additional to drug trafficking sentence with Baker Bruckner. I don't know this. I'm guessing that's his last name. Will be finished serving in January. He was convicted in 2019 of the 2005 rape of 72-year-old American woman in Portugal. Sentenced another 7 years. That convicted is under appeal. So this Christian B is no longer prime suspect if he is already in jail in 2005 because she disappeared on 2007. McCann was 3 at this time. 2007 disappeared in Burman family. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Like he is a prime suspect still, but he was ruled out on 2005 for raping someone, and he was convicted in 2019 for 7 years. So he'll be out in 2026. Okay, I see. So he was convicted, but he was not jailed. So there could have been a possible chance that he could have grabbed her also. It's a very hard thing to declare, but um, the the lawyer that he has hired to defend him is a very good lawyer. So he's defending him to the point. But still, until now, there is no new evidence on this case. There's no any lead-in. Maybe they will get more evidence from this. If not, I feel sincere apologies for the family that is going through this hardship, and hopefully they will find something soon. Hopefully, I know they will not give up until forever. I know other people will carry on and find what happened, and I hope that police will find something. But since it has dragged on for this long, finding something is very hard now, because if Christian B is declare, well, they couldn't find any evidence against him, then it would be a pure loss. I think it would be just, at the end it'd be like, is she gone or is she still alive? If she's still alive, where she be? Who can find her? Is like, it's a long process, unfortunately. Anyway, guys, that's a sad story about the family. I mean, 2007, I was just starting college. That was a long time ago. I was just probably coming up to 17 or 18. And I heard about this story. I was devastated. And it was a shocking story for us. Anyway, guys, please take care of yourself out there, and kindly, if you wish to subscribe for me and let me know what's going on. It's nice long investigation, and I had long time just looking at this, and I'm still shocked that it is not being discovered. um that's all for me, but guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day and take care. Bye.